Hola, hola, hola. Hello, 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 my beautiful planner baby divas. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me here today. It's your girl, Daniela, la planning diva. And happy Sunday. It is actually September the 7th, Sunday morning. Not too bright and early. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I slept in a little bit, you guys. So wild of me. And happy full moon. It's the full moon today, which is appropriate, perfect, because today I'm actually going to be working in my faith planner, my big happy planner faith planner that I use for my interfaith spirituality. You guys, I've abandoned this planner since the last monthly plan with me that I did, which let me see, when did I do that? Was that in July? Oh my goodness, you guys, it was in June. It was in June. I haven't worked in this since June. It is what it is, you guys. It happens. When you juggle a lot of planners like I do, things fall through the cracks. But, you know, I don't mind. I'm fine with it as long as, you know, I definitely continue to revisit this area and aspect in my life. It's okay to take breaks. I think it's natural to take breaks from things. But as long as I kind of keep up some kind of consistency, even if that consistency includes month-long breaks, as long as I keep coming back to it and I feel the desire and the value of working in whatever planner it is I'm working in, as long as I feel that, then I'm okay with it. So yeah, we're going to be setting up my interfaith calendar. These are some of my most favorite videos ever to film and to make because I learn so much when I do them. My interfaith calendar, monthly calendar, is essentially where I keep track of tons of things. I keep track of the moon cycle. I keep track of astrological processes and phenomena. I also keep track of various holidays from major religions and spiritual practices and spiritual belief systems. I keep track of the Aztec calendar. I keep track of a lot of spiritual things, all in this one monthly calendar. I personally identify as interfaith, although honestly, I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm kind of Buddhist because I am interfaith, if that makes sense. I've never been super attached to labels, you guys, so I'm not particularly troubled about what the label is that I fall under. But I just kind of call it interfaith because that is literally what it is. I think my spirituality reflects various spiritual practices and belief systems and religions. I can go to Christian church, I could go to a Buddhist temple, I could learn about Hinduism, I could learn about Islam. I also think that my spirituality is deeply rooted in shamanism. So that's all of like the witchy stuff that I practice and I believe in. Although honestly, you guys, I've never been super comfortable with the label of witch. I understand why it applies to me and like what I do, all my little spell work and wand work, why that's kind of witchy. But I don't know, I've just never felt super comfortable with the label. It doesn't feel me. It has nothing to do with like any negative connotations with the word, but I just never felt like it was truly what I was doing and who I was. And then sort of recently, like in the last year or so, I started to realize that if I had to put a label on things, I would say I'm more of a shaman than a witch. And I think the difference there is that shamanism, at least that word, is more rooted in sort of American indigenous peoples, which is my background. And I feel like witch is a little bit more tied to European cultural heritages, which being a mixed person, I also have European influence, but I don't resonate with it as much. I hope that makes sense. What a way to start off this video, you guys. I mean, perfect, right? For an interfaith calendar to talk about faith and your personal relationship with faith and spirituality. Anyways, let's turn the camera around and get to planning. Let's go. Okay, you guys, we are here with my big happy planner, my interfaith planner, and I love it so much. I put it together a few months back, maybe in June, and I had such a blast putting this together. This is a complete Franken planner. It's hybridizing several different planners and planner systems, and I just love it so much. I shopped my stash for all of this, so I'm very excited about it. I created a whole new planner that I felt really reflected me. more so than any other planner that Happy Planner has released, at least when it comes to faith. So I have these gorgeous pastel discs on the side. These are plastic. I feel like they reflect this dreamy landscape, cloudscape going on in the front cover. And I do believe that this planner cover was from a lined vertical planner. No, it was an hourly planner. That's right, it was an hourly planner. And then we have the name page, which I still haven't put down a name sticker. We have the calendar. This actually does go until 2025, so that's nice. It was a 2024-2025 calendar. An envelope, and then we have the beginning of the planner. And this was the last Interfaith monthly calendar that I did with you guys. This is a video. I love it. It turned out so beautiful. I really enjoyed it. And then the weeklies, I did set up some, but I never filled them in. I was more so just trying to play around with how I wanted to set up the weekly spreads instead of actually planning on using these pages. But yeah, I never touched this planner again until now. July is empty, August is empty. So we're going to get back in here in September. And what I might do, honestly, you guys, is I might pull out these pages. Like I might pull out July and August and tuck them in the back so I don't have these empty pages. I might even pull out these vertical pages. Well, I'll leave June in there, but I might pull out these 2 months because they're just absolutely blank. And I don't mind having gaps in this planner at all. Okay, so here we go. This is where we are. And the dividers are a mix of things. They're a mix of this hourly planner. I forget what it's called. This one. The dividers are from that, but they're also from a big stargazer that I had laying around here. And then I also have some from the Cosmic Watercolor planner, I believe. But I don't think we have reached any of those dividers yet. And because they're all Frankenplanned, some of this is a little like wonky. Like this calendar right here has a stripe on the side or the spine, whereas this one doesn't because they're from 2 different planners. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm going to pull these out because I think I'm going to be using washi tape to cover up that inner spine so that it matches a little bit better. But we'll pull these pages out and we'll get to planning. So I'm going to start off with putting down some washi tape on the sides of the pages. This is something I love doing, you guys. I will never not do this in my Interfaith planner. Let's pull out some washi tape here. Let's see. I have this one. And I have this one. I love using these for my Interfaith calendar. And then I have this I could use as well. Okay, so let's start off with that. I'm going to quickly throw down some washi tape and then come back when I'm ready to plan. Okay, you guys, we're back. I decorated a little bit as well. So I put washi tape all along the sides, up and down the spine, punched out the holes again. I usually leave September kind of open there, but because this washi tape was kind of transparent and I can read September through it, I ended up just covering it completely. I used mild liner to outline the calendar days, and then I threw down some stickers from my sticker studio Apothecary Sticker Gallery for Modern Mystics. And then I also grabbed Stargazer, and I threw down this gorgeous Stargazer hollow foil sticker down there at the bottom. You can't see that sticker at the top there because of the glare, but she is a beautiful lady with stars in her hair. So that is the foundation that I'm going to work off of right now. I always like kind of setting things up like this, like have a base before I start doing all of the plans. And this spread always requires a lot of writing. And I have here Mojo Jojo plans as well as Stargazer and Zodiac to help me with boxes and bullet points and things like that, and just little deco as we go. I always use my Cosmic Watercolor sticker book for these spreads, but I have no idea where that sticker book is. I went on a hunt for it, and usually I don't misplace my sticker books like this, so I have no idea where that sticker book is. So let me grab some mild liners. I always love working in this pastel color story for my Interfaith monthlies, and just honestly my Interfaith journal in general. I just love these dreamy, starry, pastel, cloudscape, skyscape colors. I feel like it really definitely takes me to this otherworldly place. I feel like I'm in the heavens, you guys, when I'm working in this color palette. Okay, and then for pens, I'm going to be using just a regular black pen. This is my Pilot Precise V5 rolling ball pen. I love this so much. I have 3 mild liners, and I think that's pretty much all. I have a purple pen, and let's grab a blue pen as well. These are going to be my writing utensils of choice. And then let's get planning, you guys. Okay, so for my Interfaith plan with me, like I've mentioned before, I use my iPad a lot while I'm setting this up because I need to reference a couple of things. So I'm going to be referencing the Aztec calendar. So I just go to azteccalendar.com, and then that shows me all of the Aztec calendar periods that are happening this month. I also go to moonphasecalendar.com, and that gives me the entire moon journey throughout the month, including the stage that the moon is in. It highlights any full moons or new moons and tells you if there's any eclipses going on. It also tracks the sign that the moon is entering at any given time. So the moon is going through all of the zodiac signs just like the sun is, but because the moon moves a lot quicker, the zodiac sign changes every 2 to 3 days. So I have the moon calendar there. I also have my Interfaith calendar. So I have that pulled up here, and I can just scroll down to September to look at the holidays for September. And then lastly, I have my cafeastrology.com astronomical calendar, and this is a very detailed look at all the astrological phenomena that is happening this month. So let's get started, you guys. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the moon phase calendar, because I do like kind of writing the little zodiac sign in the corner of each day to represent the sign that the moon is in. Oh, and by the way, I also redated this page here. This is from 2023. I should probably have whited that out before I put washi tape there, but this is a 2023 calendar page. So I updated it for 2025. However, this calendar is actually from 2025, so I didn't have to update this one. I just had to update that one. So let's get started, you guys. And then how I do this is I'll start off with full moon and new moon, because those are some of the most important days of the month for me. And I'm going to be using my Mojo Jojo plans boxes to represent the full moon and new moon. So we have a full moon today, Sunday the 7th, and then we have a new moon on the 21st, exactly 2 weeks later, you guys. So I'll go ahead and write down full moon and new moon, and then I will go ahead and also kind of doodle the little astrological sign that the moon is in at any given day on the top right corner of each box. So I'll go ahead and do that. The moon started off in Sagittarius this month, moved to Capricorn. All right, you guys, the lunar calendar is all set up now. So I had my little box for the full moon plus lunar eclipse in Pisces, and another box for the new moon plus solar eclipse in Virgo, and a little sticker there. And then I wrote out the little zodiac sign that the moon is going through for each day of the calendar month here. It looks great. And you guys, this is not the time where I go into depth about what each phenomena means. I usually kind of study up more on that event the day of or the days preceding. And it's in the weekly, ideally, that I kind of journal a little bit and reflect on whatever it is that's happening. The monthly is just sort of me mapping out what's happening in the month so that I have an idea of what's gonna happen soon and that I'm aware of it so that I can kind of prepare for it. Also, if you're interested in moonology and understanding more about what full moons and new moons and moon phenomena in general means, and astrology in general, actually, I would highly recommend the YouTuber astrology guy. Definitely check him out. I always watch his videos. And he has such a great way of breaking down what astrological phenomena, especially new moons and full moons, what they mean for us in general and what they mean for each sign in particular. Super informative. Go check him out. Okay, now what's next, you guys? Next, I'm going to do Interfaith calendar. So I'm going to pull up my iPad here that's right in front of me. I'm going to scroll down all the way to September. And let's see, I have 5 major holidays happening. So let me grab some boxes, my Mojo Jojo Plans boxes. Let's see, on September the 5th, we have an Islamic holiday, Maulid al-Nabi, which celebrates the birth of the Prophet Muhammad. So I'll put a box there for that. On September 11th, we have a Christian holiday. This is a Coptic Orthodox Christian holiday, Nehru, which marks the start of the Coptic New Year. On September 22nd, the day autumn begins, we have the pagan and Wiccan Mabon, which celebrates the autumn equinox and the second harvest. So let's put a box here. And we also have a Jewish holiday, September 23rd to the 24th. This is Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, a time of reflection and renewal. So I'll put another box on the 23rd for that. And starting September 28th, we have a Hindu holiday. This is Durga Puja, which celebrates the goddess Durga's victory over the buffalo demon Mahishasura. So that starts on the 28th and it lasts until October the 2nd, you guys. Very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and write down all of those holidays. Okay, you guys, there we go. We wrote down all of the holidays there. And like I said, this isn't the place for me to study, research about these holidays. I really don't know the significance of Durga Puja, what people do, how people celebrate it. When that day approaches, I will take time to do that research. Ideally, that's how this interfaith calendar situation goes. I set up everything, and then as the month progresses, I kind of take each holiday or each event as an opportunity to learn more about religions in general, and I'll take the lesson learned from whatever it is that's happening and apply it to my own spiritual life. That's kind of how it goes, you guys. We actually don't have that many holidays this month, and I'm happy that they don't overlap. Sometimes, and it's very common that major religions will overlap a lot in certain days. Like Christmas, forget about it. There's so many things happening. And so I'll have like a clump of like 6 or 7 stickers on one little section of the page and everything else is blank. But in this case, things kind of spread out nicely. Okay, so we got our holidays all set up. Now we're going to go to the astrological calendar. So I'm going to pull up my Cafe Astrology. And I'm going to do this one in real time, you guys. So I'm not going to fast forward this one. I'm trying to do a balance of fast forwarding footage and then doing things in real time. So what I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mild liners to kind of provide a little background for my text. So let's start off with September the 1st. Saturn retrograde enters Pisces. Okay. And then right after that, September the 2nd, Mercury enters Virgo. September the 3rd, Jupiter trine true node. Like, I have no idea what that means. I'm going to have to do that research. Like, I know what it means in terms of, I know what Jupiter trine true node is implying. I know what a Jupiter is. I know what trine is. I know what true node is, but I don't know what the significance of that is spiritually. I think I have some ideas though, because I know generally what Jupiter rules, and I know what trine signifies, and I know what true node signifies as well. So I can kind of probably piece together something somewhat accurate, but it would be a very, very general, vague idea. I'm hoping to get to the point where I really understand these things though. But that is the point of being a student, you guys, a student of the stars. So Saturday the 6th, we have Uranus retrograde. The 7th, we have the full moon. I already have that. September 13th, we don't have anything until September 13th when Vesta, the asteroid, enters Sagittarius. And then on the 14th, we have last quarter moon. And for this, I tend to just do a little moon sign for the 3rd quarter or the 1st quarter, whatever it is, at the bottom of the box, and then just write in pen. September 18th, Mercury enters Libra. September 19th, Venus enters Virgo. September 21st, the new moon, partial solar eclipse in Virgo. So we have a partial solar eclipse in Virgo. That is exciting. This is crazy for moonology this month. We have a lunar eclipse on the 7th and a solar eclipse on the 21st. I wonder if it's always that way. September 22nd, Mars enters Scorpio. So I already have a little box there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the 29th and draw an arrow pointing up to the 22nd. And then try to make the arrow a little bit more noticeable so that I don't forget that this is happening on the 22nd and not on the 29th. Oh, and this is actually the start of a Libra season as well. So I'm going to definitely need a box for that. I'll grab this pink box here. And I'm going to put it, I guess I'm going to have to put it on the 15th. And I'm going to put this little Libra sticker right there. Oh, is that kind of crooked? I feel that's so crooked. I don't know. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so I'll put Libra season. And I'll use a different color pen. How about that? I'll use this nice pink metallic. Drop a comment in the comments down below if you are a Libra and if you're excited for your season, you guys. September 22nd/23rd to October 22nd, 23rd. Libra season. And again, I'll draw a little arrow. A lot of things happening a lot of things happening on the 22nd, you guys. And then the very last thing is September 29th, which is going to be the first quarter moon. The calendar's filling up, you guys. It looks so good. And the very last thing that I'm going to record is my Aztec calendar. So I like to record the shifts in the Aztec calendar. So quick, tiny little lesson on Aztec calendar structure. The Aztec calendar was a Mesoamerican calendar system, and there were two calendars in the Aztec calendar. There was the regular day calendar, which was the 365-day calendar, and then there was the sacred 260-day calendar. So they had these two cycles moving parallel to each other. And the sacred calendar is what I'm going to be focusing on for this. The sacred calendar consists of 20 13-day periods. So they had essentially 20 months, and the months were 13 days each. And each period was ruled by a particular entity or a particular symbol, and was the realm of a particular god from their pantheon, god or goddess from their pantheon. I hope that makes sense. And not only was each 13-day period, or trecena, that's what they call 13-day periods, trecena, not only was each 13-day period ruled by a particular entity and representative of a particular type of energy, but each day within that 13-day period was also ruled by a particular symbol and by a particular god or goddess. However, in this calendar, I'm only going to keep track of the trecenas, and I'm not going to keep track of each day's sign because I think that would be a lot of information to add on here. I'm just going to focus on the trecenas. So September the 1st, we were actually on day 13. So that means on the 2nd, we would probably start a new trecena. So let's see, am I right? Yes, I'm checking on the azteccalendar.com. So on the 2nd, because the 13th day of the last trecena ended on the 1st, the new cycle, the new 13-day cycle starts on the 2nd. And this was the trecena of Tecpatl, which stands for flint knife. So the next 13 days in this cycle are ruled under Tecpatl and represent Tecpatl's energy. I hope that makes sense, you guys. So for the Aztec calendar, what I like doing is I'll do like a little sketch, a little doodle of the sign. I'll color it in, and yeah, that's how I represent it on the calendar. I honestly don't worry too much about this doodle. If it's a little messy, it's a little messy. And actually, you guys, right now I'm currently working on making Aztec calendar day sign stickers. So that way I can just have a sticker sheet and put down like stickers of the different signs instead of having to draw it every single time. I'm excited to show you guys those. All right, let's do my little doodle here. Okay, there we go. My little doodle is complete, you guys. It looks super cute. Literally took me 2 minutes to do. So that means if the 13 days started on the 2nd, 13 days from now, we'll have the next period beginning. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means on the 15th, we'll have the new period starting, which is, let me check. So if I move the calendar to the 15th, yes, we start a new period, and that is the period of Osomatli, or monkey. So I'm going to go ahead and redo that, and I'll probably draw it here on the 14th and then kind of do an arrow pointing to the 15th. So here we go. Okay, so there we have my little doodle. It turned out so cute. These doodles are literally like 2-3 minutes, you guys. So if it started on the 15th, so that means the next 13th day cycle begins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 28th. So let me check that really fast. Yes, we have lizard Lizard starts on the 28th. Okay, so let me do my quick little doodle, and I'm going to have to draw it here on the 29th and then draw an arrow pointing to the 28th. All right, you guys, there's my little lizard doodle. I think it turned out so cute. I feel like lizard is the hardest one to draw out of all of them. He's got such a funky little shape. And fun fact, in the Aztec calendar system, you are actually named after the day you were born. So there's a number associated with each day, right? There's 13 days. There's a number associated with each day, 1 through 13. And not only do you have that 13-day symbol, but each day is represented by a particular symbol. So in the Aztec calendar system, you are named after the day you were born. And I was born on the day for lizard. There's an online calculator you can use to determine your Aztec calendar sign based on your birth date. And I was born on the day for lizard. I was actually born in the era of crocodile. So my 13-day period was crocodile. Within that period, I fell on the 4th day of that 13-day period, and it was lizard. So I'm for lizard, born in the era of crocodile, or the trecena of crocodile. I hope that makes sense. Show of hands if you were here during my for lizard era. If you were here at the very beginning when I first started doing planning YouTube stuff, I actually had my YouTube under the name for lizard because that was my Aztec calendar name, you guys. And that was fun and good, and I enjoyed that. I was still transitioning from doing like makeup and beauty and Project Pan stuff on YouTube to doing this new paper crafting planner art stuff, and I was trying to figure out a good name. And I thought, and I really wanted to make it a little bit more personal and a little bit less about the content that I was doing and more just a name that felt correct to me. And so that's where I came up with For Lizard. It was good. It was a good transitional era, but then I became La Planning Diva, which I don't foresee changing in the near future. But you never know, you guys. You never know. Okay, you guys. So now all the information is on the page. The hard part is behind us. And now for the next few minutes, all I'm going to do is decorate the page. This is where I really wanted my cosmic watercolor sticker book, but I don't have that. I don't know where it is. I have a page here from it. I have no idea where the actual sticker book is, though. So I'm going to put this little sticker here. It kind of covers up some of the dates and the little symbols, but that's fine. Maybe a little quote here. Not all those who wander are lost. I definitely feel that, you guys. I'm trying to add more stuff on this side to balance things out because I feel like this side is very heavy with stickers and text, and I don't have that much stuff on this side, you guys. Can't go wrong with some crystal stickers. Let me pull some out. I do love this apothecary sticker book, but I am always a little bit annoyed by how thick the overlay is on these stickers. Like that little boundary around the sticker feels so unnecessarily thick. And it's colored, you guys. They have it on a colored background. So it's doubly annoying. So I always cut around the crystal. Look how much better that looks. Let's put this right here. Okay, you guys, I'm satisfied with this. I think it turned out super, super cute. I do sometimes cover up like the astrological signs in the corner there. At times it happens. It's okay if I don't know exactly where the moon is at any given day. I definitely will have some idea based on like what I see before and after. And I can kind of also see the sign peeking through some of the sticker there. I can faintly see the Scorpio sign behind that sticker. So not all is lost. Wow, it turned out so cute. I'm so excited for this month, you guys. It is spooky season. It is witchy season. The changing of the seasons is always such a magical time. So I'm very excited, you guys. I'm very excited to be back in my Interfaith planner. So let's put these pages back on the discs. I kind of regret putting this sticker down like that. Let's put it back like that, like upright. Put these pages back. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. It looks so good. I really need to find my cosmic watercolor sticker book, you guys. So I like putting my monthly bookmark here. And then I have my weekly bookmark that I can pop into the weekly, although I think I should probably be here for next week. It is currently the 6th. No, the 7th. It's currently the 7th. And I think these are all outdated pages, so it's not correct. But if I redated this, I think it would be Monday was the 1st, and then today is the 7th. So I could decorate these and do something with them today. I might do that, you guys. But I will definitely start setting things up for next week. But yeah, you guys, this is the spread. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoy making these videos. These are probably some of my favorite videos to film and make. I learned so much, and it really helps me appreciate the diversity of religious thought and spiritual experience that we have on the planet. I gotta take my butt to church too as well. And I really want to find a Buddhist temple somewhere near me. I think something that I've always struggled with is finding a spiritual community, because I am so interfaith and so, neither here nor there when it comes to my practice. So I always struggle a little bit with that community aspect of it. And that's something that I'm going to be working towards in the next year or so. All right, everyone, if you made it all the way to the end, drop some crystal ball emojis in the comments down below to celebrate our magical experience that we just had here together. I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, stay safe. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy planning. Adios.